Welcome to Mars.
Welcome back to Mars Radio. I'm here with my next guest. My next guest is a artist out of the Bay Area, Oakland to be exact. He goes by the name of Yogi Calhoun. Welcome to Mars Radio, sir.
Hello.
All right, go ahead and introduce yourself to the Mars Radio platform. Let them know who you are, what you do, and where you're from.
I'm Yogi Calhoun, your girlfriend's favorite rapper, the neighborhood's favorite trapper. You know what I'm saying? CEO of 712 Records, artist at Blockstar Entertainment, East Oakland, California, native, Brookfield District, street fighter, Libra, you feel me, fashion designer, and, landlord, and some more shit.
That's what's up. So welcome to the show. Thank you for sliding through. So you said you're from Oakland, California, right?
Yeah, I'm from Oakland.
Okay, and what part of Oakland?
Brookfield.
Okay, and that's where you were born and raised?
Brookfield Village. I was born in Texas, you know what I mean, by technicality, but I was raised in Oakland for sure.
Okay, and how old were you when you moved from Texas to...
Hold on, let me explain that story.
Okay, go ahead.
I was made in Oakland. You feel me? My mom and daddy met. They make me. Moms catch pops in the car. You feel me? With a little, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Moms get mad, slide back to Texas. You feel me? While she pregnant with me.
Okay.
I ended up born in Texas. And then, pops being a real man, you gotta have his clan. So me and moms came back to the Bay.
Okay, and how old were you when you guys made yourself back to the Bay Area?
I was like probably some months old.
Oh, okay, so it was under a year?
Yeah, it was immediately.
Oh, so when you say you're technically born in Texas, you mean
born,
that?
Yeah,
like,
I know that means something.
Yeah,
born here and all that. But I came out of my mama in Texas.
Okay, that's what's up. So then, when you guys came back to Oakland, you were with both parents? They were together?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and how was that growing up in Oakland?
Man, my mom's and pops was married. You know what I'm saying? So it's a 2-parent household. So
that's different.
It was together, but pops, 100% with the shit.
Right.
And mom's is, a wife of a real one. So,
right. She's gamed up too.
She gamed up too, but she got more of a firm, firm background, because her mama was with the game too. But, she had already got further along to cafes and businesses. So she was more structured as opposed to pops and them being first generation money. You know what I'm saying? They learning how to deal with it. So it's a lot of shining and balling and all that kind of shit going on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What comes to mind when you think of home? When you think of Oakland, California, what do you think of?
Man, good weather. Good weather, man. I spend time out of states, and when I'm out of town, I hate the weather, bro. Sometimes I enjoy, the environment, the people, the food, and whatever we got going on at that time. But if I stay here long enough, I eventually hate the weather. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
and I love...
Get homesick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's what it is. Yeah, but, Oakland, man, sauce, and, what I'm saying, good weather.
What is it about Oakland that everybody that's from Oakland is so proud to be from Oakland?
I think anywhere you go, people are proud to be from there. You know what I mean? When I go to New York, they proud. They stick their chest out about where they from. When I'm in Texas, they stick their chest out about where they from. I think everybody just got a sense of pride of where they from. It's just like...
I don't know. I've lived in probably about a dozen different cities, states, and a few different countries, and nobody's as proud as they are from Oakland, bro. By far. Oakland people are so proud to be from Oakland. If you say they're from the Bay Area, that's damn near disrespectful to them.
Yeah, they want to specifically let you know.
No, I'm not from the Bay Area. I'm from Oakland.
Right.
My bad, dog.
Yeah, for sure, man.
A lot of pride.
It depends who you talking to, though. You be out of state. I done heard people that's not from Oakland say Oakland or say the Bay Area because it's easier to communicate with people. So a lot of people say they're from Oakland, but us that's really from the soil for real. I mean, it's just Oakland is solidified. We got we had professional hoop teams. We got popular rappers, actresses, movie stars. It's a lot of things, a lot of proud moments. We got the Black Panthers, a lot of proud moments for Oakland. So, when other areas start to have, shit happening, it'll be people, sticking their chest out about that. And this is, so I think that's what it is. I think the town got a lot of wins.
That's a real political answer, but I mean, we'll take it. So
I'm from Brookfield.
So, as far as growing up in Oakland, what kind of kid were you growing up? Were you the guy into sports? Were you into the girls? Were you the thug? Were you in the streets? Were you the nerd? What were you?
I was just a serial entrepreneur. You feel me? Like I did everything. I ran everything. I was the man. Like everybody know I'm the guy. You feel me? Like You know what I'm saying? Like, but in real life, you feel me? That seemed like the typical shit like niggas be saying on the interviews. Like, I ran this. Nah,
the cops were scared of me.
Nah. Right. Nah. As a kid though, man, I was into sports. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was. It depends who you ask for real, bro. It depends who you ask. But me as an adult, knowing what was going on, I was fast. It was early.
You're ahead of your time.
Yeah, it was early. It was fast, and I played sports. You know, later on down the road. But I think ultimately, man, like I was fast because I ended up stopping a lot of shit like right when niggas was starting. You know what I mean?
So what do you think was it that let you get gamed up at such a young age? Because basically you're saying you notice shit, what to look out for and stuff like that.
Because I'm a third generation, you feel me, hustler.
So you grew up around it, is what you're saying.
Right.
You had a head start.
I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even. That's what made growing up funny. Is because I would I'm stubborn, so I would fight off some things that could have benefited me just because I got an attitude and I want to do things my way. But they always really was molding me to be who I am right now.
Okay, and you're saying by they you mean the streets? You mean your parents?
Like my pops, my brother. You know what I'm saying? My uncles.
And what are your pops, brother, and uncles into that they were passing down to you as far as game goes?
Just being stand up. You know what I'm saying? Being a real guy. Being somebody of of status and respect. You feel me? How to carry yourself. So that just kind of bleed. That just kind of bleed into you. If you seeing it, like even when you like around gang members, you know what I'm saying? They get infatuated with the lifestyle. You seeing what's going on, like watching TV. It's like a kid watching TV. They get influenced. They want to fight, do karate now. They want to do shit. You feel me? Because they watching
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever's going on, you get influenced. So I unconsciously got influenced by a lot of shit.
So when you were growing up, and obviously you know this game at a young age and stuff, who were the heroes in your neighborhoods?
Heroes. Now you gotta remember, as a youngster, like that was a real part of like my whole mold. So me as a youngster, I come up in a family where it's going on but at the same time, I'm further down the line. So they want me to do positive shit. Right. So going to school, like my pops didn't graduate. My brother didn't graduate, but they both are successful. You feel me?
Right.
So me coming up, they want me to go to school. They want me to play sports. They want me to do all this shit. And I'm actually excelling at it. School was hella fun. I get a chance to get dressed and go be around everybody.
Mm-hmm. So, see some girls.
You know what I mean? School was fun. Yeah. And sports. I was playing sports before I got into school. I was hella good in baseball. You know what I'm saying? But my attitude was fucked up.
But what was fucked up?
We kept moving. My attitude.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to take the constructive criticism.
Right.
They wanted me to lead the team. Like, you hella raw. Like, you need to teach him. And I'm like, I'm doing my job.
Yeah. Quit calling me out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Tell them, right?
Yeah. Right, that kind of shit. But
bro, I'm on base every time. You need to go tell old them and them.
Right,
they're the ones striking out and shit.
Right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So I was taking that type of shit wrong.
Coach is just shaking his head like, oh my god.
And then we kept moving. And then after we moved, you know what I'm saying, you build up your reputation in the league or whatever. We moved. I went to go stay with Granny for a little while in Texas, and she put me on the team, and like the Giants was red and white. You know the Giants is what color?
Orange and black.
Right. So she put me on a little league team. They red and white. I'm like, they don't take this shit serious. I'm not finna,
you just dismissed them.
I ain't finna do this, bro.
You're like, nah.
Yeah. So after that, I just got to start hanging with my brother more and more.
I don't even know who Barry Bonds is over here.
Right. So So basically, just being young, there was a lot of shit going on, from the street shit at home to the sports to what I'm saying, the girls, and then as I got older, shit happening because you got family in the game.
Right.
So I wasn't one of them niggas that's like, we were so hungry, we were so broke. You know what I'm saying? We had to get in the streets and figure it out.
Hey,
like,
you didn't have cereal out of the out of the 2-liter bottle.
We had all the shit. Like we just say. We was good, but we was hood rich. You feel me?
Yeah.
People come to our house and we see all this brass and it's clean and nice.
Y'all had
shit.
Nintendos and shit.
They like, we had Nintendos.
See?
But I didn't have all the games.
Yeah, but you had the Nintendo.
Yeah, I had the Nintendo.
Yeah, somebody could always bring the game.
Yeah, we didn't get duck hunting and all that shit with the gun. But you feel me? We had, we had a Nintendo for sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I was like a dope game, rich kid kind of.
Okay. And at what point did you decide to get into the music game?
One time I was staying with my partner. I was in Texas for a little bit.
So you decided to enter the music game when you were in Texas?
Nah, I had freshly moved back from Texas.
Okay.
And moms and pops, we in California, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing.
About how old are you?
We moved out there. That had to be about 13. Yeah, probably about.
So at the age of 13, you decided
13,
to get into the music game?
Nah. I'm telling you, basically, we left California and moved to Texas. Moms and pops going through some shit. We go to Texas. While I'm out there, I'm like, I hate Texas. I want to come back to Cali.
Right.
I come live with some family members. And when I'm living with one of the family members, his friends is rapping and shit.
Okay.
And my other cousin, I would go to his house, and they kind of playing with the music. He fake freestyling and shit. And I'm like, everybody kind of dealing with music. And I just kind of hung with my other cousin more. So if you hang around the shop long enough, you're going to get a haircut.
Yes.
And I end up just kind of soaking up the music shit. And I tried it, being in a group with one of them. And when the CD came out, everybody was vibing and feeling it. And I just stayed down with it. So I basically got into the music game just being around some niggas.
So you got into the music game on accident, just being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
All right, so you start out with this group, right?
Last Resort.
And they put your music out.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it? I'm assuming it was on a tape?
Yeah, well, out that group of friends, only like two of them rapped.
Right.
And one of them did a compilation, and then one of them did a solo career. I joined a group with bro with a solo career, and we had a CD called Last Resort. The other cat, he had a compilation called Making It Happen. So I kind of A&R'd that project too, unawarely back then. Right. I went and got artists and shit that he wanted to be on there. Irk the Jerk was on there. Kevin Allen, yeah, he was on that project. But so I ended up getting a verse on that. Boom. Then I ended up getting a group with bruh, and that come out. So before I knew it, I was on 2 pressed up CDs and Rasputin's.
Right. So that's what I was getting at right there.
Yeah.
You jumped into the game, and right away you see your name on the credits, and you're on the CD. You can actually tell people, hey, if you get this album or this CD, you're gonna hear me on it. What was it feeling like having the new product out there that you can show to everybody?
Initially, I just thought it would be dope to have my CD in the store, to walk in there and see Yogi Calhoun up there, see my face on the cover. I just thought that would be fly. You know what I'm saying? To go in there and see that, like, oh, that's dope.
But shit changes when they start telling you you're dope.
yeah, that started happening too.
Yeah.
But
tell us about that. How was that when people started telling you how you started seeing the success?
At first I thought niggas was gassing me. You feel me? Because everybody tell me I'm dope, and I hear a lot of niggas and I think they trash, and I'm like, these niggas, you feel me? Like rappers usually, you know what I mean? Niggas tell you he rapping. Most of the time you hear the CD, check it out. Most of the time, nigga be trash to me.
Right.
I don't know how everybody's feeling, but most of the time, nigga be trash.
Right. You're telling the truth.
You know what I'm saying? You know how this shit go. And so niggas, everybody telling me I'm dope. I'm like, niggas just don't want to tell me I'm trash.
Right.
You feel me? And then eventually, you see your influence. People start coming to tell you different shit, and eventually you start smelling yourself.
People start wanting to work with you.
I started seeing why they liked it. I became a fan of it. You know what I mean? I had to go re-listen to it. Like, why they really think this shit dope? And I listened to it, and I became a fan. So I'm a Yogi Calhoun fan. I'm probably the biggest one.
So now even you like you.
I even like me. I see why they like me. It's dope.
So what was next after those 2 projects came out and people were giving you pretty much your flowers and letting you know that you were dope? What was next?
After that, I hooked up with Pretty Black. Me and Black, after that, I hooked up with Pretty Black. I was working on my solo project. And then from there, me and Black ended up linking up. And then that was going to be a group project. And then it ended up being Black's solo project. And then I ended up doing the Demolition Man mixtape at that time. You feel me? All the songs that I was working on all that time, I just turned that into a Demolition Man mixtape. When I finally met them, that's when I seen Stalin again. He was at their house. And we was like, you feel me? He's like, I'll be fucking with them all the time. I'm over here, woo. He's like, you want me to get on something? I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. I ended up doing the Demolition Man mixtape, putting that together, Money in the Basket. And then Black had just did Hate Me Now. We put out Black first out. It was called, his name was Versatile at the time. He wasn't Pretty Black yet. You know what I'm saying? His name was Versatile.
And what are some of the other projects you started releasing? And tell everybody who you've been working with and stuff like that as far as You know, because that wasn't that might have been your start, but
yeah, that was my start.
You got some accolades on you.
On that project right there, Demolition Man. I had my first features. I had this song with me Hustling and FedEx. We got a song together called "Can't Escape." It's to the old Lost Boys beat. I can't escape this life that I'm living. I'm in the mix. I'm in love with through women. It's Mr. Cheeks, Lost Boys, little remake we did. But that first project I had Hus and Fetty on there, and then I had Keek on that, and that was it. I didn't do nothing with Jack yet, and then that was the first project. So from there, I didn't. I immediately had to go to Texas. My brother ended up getting killed. My brother ended up dying. My brother died in a motorcycle accident. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, JB.
Rest in peace.
And so I went out there with the mixtape. So I basically had money in the basket for a while. I wasn't pressing up projects and all of that. I went out there with that and came back to the Bay. Niggas like, this a classic. I'm like, oh, they fucking with it at home too. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I had to go back to Texas to go handle
going back and forth.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth.
And so you're building a fan base in both places. Mm-hmm. Being where you're from, California, and then when you go back over there, they fucking with it too?
Yeah, organically though, because they knew I rapped in California. They knew I was a rapper in California, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I didn't have projects. I didn't have product and all of that. I've been going to Texas before I was a rapper.
Right.
So the older people I'll start meeting, hanging around my brother, they like, oh yeah, he rapped in California. He JB's brother. Woo.
Right.
So yeah, and then so I was actually working on a project to put out in the Bay. This is what's ill about all this shit is that when I'm in Texas, I put the mixtape out. They like, oh, he do rap. You know, they kind of like solidify it.
Right.
And then other people that was rapping at that time later on became, A&Rs or music program directors or. They just grew up. They started doing different shit. They evolved.
Yeah.
So by me coming back at a time when I'm working on a project to turn into California, trying to create a sound with like Southern production and you feel me, Bay Area lingo on it. You feel me? That was gonna be my sound and my style, opposite of like styling and like the Mechanics and Jack with Rob Lowe and them. You feel me? So I was creating my sauce like that, and I did like 2 songs and I took it to the DJs out there like, man, how you feel about this? This sound like something y'all kind of vibe with? So I'm working with a producer out there, and I had a song called Gucci Backpack, and he was like, man, like face scratched up, like hell yeah,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z look,
yeah, he like, yeah, he like, and again, I'm like, this nigga kind of gassing, you feel me? But immediately he was like, yeah, it's going, and shit, man, he kept it solid. Like that DJ was bigger than I thought. I know him organically, but he was a big deal. Yeah. He DJ'd at all the colleges for Texas Tech. He DJ'd on he the main DJ out there.
That's a lesson for everybody watching. Be careful who you come across because they might be more influential than you think. So you can't just be thinking you're tighter than everybody all the time. So you just knowing that guy and keeping it raw with you, you bumped into somebody organically, like you said, and it was beneficial to you. Yeah,
I was doing my due diligence because he had a mixtape shop.
Right.
So I went down there trying to use my hustler sense on what to do and how to do. Right. And luckily, he really felt it like how he was saying, and he did. He put it in the mix, organically, and started playing it in the club. And after I seen him, I went to the radio station too and took it down there. And then I kept hearing about the song playing in the club. Well, I knew it was playing. I heard about it playing in the club. Then I went in there. I heard it myself one night, and then I'm throwing money. I'm hella juice. That shit felt hella good. Nigga, you know what I mean? Hear your music, you know what I'm saying? And the big speakers with the slaps and this. I'm like, you feel, and it wasn't playing. You feel, I'm just in the club and the shit come on. I'm like, oh, this, I'm lit right now. Right. You feel me? But so that was part of the progression on how like my music shit started going. Is it basically went from the club, and then after that, I started hearing about it being on the radio, and I had never heard it. And then one day I'm like, man, they told me leave my mama house, and they like, people keep telling me to hear my song on the radio. So I said, man, let me quit listening to my CD that's from the studio and listen to the radio.
Right.
I take my song, I take Gucci Backpack out the deck, listening to it, and then it's on the radio. I don't know if you ever did that in real life, like you listen to a song and take it out to take the CD out and it's on the radio. And that's what happened to me. I'm like, hold on, to double check, like, you feel me, like
make sure you check the CD out.
Yes. And I'm like,
that's like the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
That's like seeing your child being born.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, I love him no matter what. Even if he grows up and he's a little asshole, I love him.
That shit felt good, blood. You feel me? And I think that's like a drug. When you get your receipt in this game, I always tell niggas, you're going to get your receipt. Just put the work in. Quit watching the clock. Grind with your head down. You feel me? You're going to get your receipt. You know what I mean? Just keep doing your thing.
Sometimes they got to email it to you. They don't just print it out right there. But
nah,
you're going to get it, though.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's in the mail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you got the Bay Area success. You got the Texas success. You're getting gamed up, learning how to press up these CDs. What is your family and all your supporters that knew you before you rap? What kind of feedback and advice are you getting from all those people close to you at this time?
The people close to me was proud of me because they was like, that sound like you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers
elaborate on that.
A lot of rappers take advantage of niggas not knowing them. You know what I'm saying? And they lose their moral compass in that booth. And they just get in there and say anything and just get wild or create a new moniker or something. But
little pistol starter.
Yeah, a little pistol starter. You feel me? He go
right.
You know how niggas do, man.
Don't even know how to hold a butter knife.
You know how niggas do, man. You know that's the culture of hip hop. Niggas do that. But what was receptive about me and what niggas enjoyed was that it sound like me. If you ain't never met me before and you listen to my music and you see me in real life, it ain't gonna be no world of a difference. You feel me? I make my best impression in person most of the time anyway. That's how I've been able to exist so long.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up. So, as far as the music process, what you've been up to the last couple years on your music? Because I've known you for a couple years, and I mean, you pop up at shows in town, out of state. You know what I mean? Mexico. You be moving, bro.
Yeah.
Tell people what's up with this hustle, this 2020 and beyond hustle that you got. Because you, like I said, you really do this.
Man, I enjoy the pace, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, coming up with the music, like, rap just fit my lifestyle already. So it's easy for me. It's not like I really got to change into something. Like, when people got to go to work most of the time, you got to put a uniform on. You got to fit the mold of what's going on. Like, right now, niggas be like, I need a rapper kit. I got to get a chain, and I got to do this.
Face tap.
Yeah, like a rapper kit, you feel me? But it's like, nigga, you don't got to do that. That's not I get it, you feel me? But that's not a rapper kit, you feel me? Like, I mean, it is for what they saying, but I'm just saying, like, I'm able to do this because I'm not really trying. I'm barely trying. You feel me? Speaking of, and that's like my clothing line I got now. You know what I mean? Barely trying, which I done grew into that too. But I think that's what it is, bro. Like, if I wasn't, I think me, I'm not a rapper because I'm me. I think I'm like
just authentic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
some people sell an image and you're just selling you.
Yeah,
when you sell you, it's easier for you to just do it all the time because it's natural.
And a good answer, and a better way to answer it, I guess, is like, I really love this shit, bud. You feel me? Like, a lot of people don't know what they want out of life. Everybody don't know what they want. You feel me?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, and
a lot of lost souls out here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just really enjoy this shit, man.
What do you love about the music so much?
What I love about the music, I love that the music, man, I didn't wanted to quit this shit 1,000 times. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But music that took me all across the country. This shit that took me out the U.S., you feel me? So if I was not doing music for real, I'd probably be you know what I'm saying? I still would be a boy, but I still wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? But my mind wouldn't be as broad as it is. I've been afforded a lot of experiences and a lot of things through music. So I acknowledge that and I keep that going. But I wasn't just loving music at first, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I kind of slipped into the game. So I grew and worked on my talent and seen what Jack them loved about it. Like the whole hip hop culture, all of it, I love this shit. You know what I mean? So I like all the artists that come out and what they bring to the table, what they don't bring to the table. I like the whole process of it.
So you've been around a lot of legends in the game. Who have you been around that you've gotten the most game from? Not necessarily that they big broad you or anything like that. I just
can we hear that on the
thing? Yeah. So you've been around a few legends in this game, right? Who would be somebody that gave you some game? Not necessarily like they were above you or anything. You could just be your peer or whatever. But who have you learned something from that's very valuable in this game?
I picked up a lot from a lot of people like on the way, but experience was the best teacher. It's a competitive business, and people ain't often giving you the game. People might allow you to be around the game, and it's up to you to figure out what you're gonna do with it. But
well,
I didn't got some.
That's a dope perspective right there. Touch on that a little bit. Like, they might not teach you how to do it, but if you're around and you know how to soak up game, you're gonna grab it anyways, right?
You supposed to. Some people will miss it, you know what I mean, and let it slip through their hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I didn't got some real jewels, and I didn't got some people that gave me some real game along the way that I recognize they went out their way to do that. You feel me? So it's like Jack showed me a lot of love.
Yeah.
Keek showed me a lot of love. BA from 3 Times Crazy showed us a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? Coming up.
Shout out.
All the rappers, it's really been genuine along the way. You know what I mean? I got a project called Born Alone, Die Alone, and I got a song with everybody on there that I kind of rubbed the elbows with. Me and Filthy, me and Bila, me and Keith, me and Joe Blow, me and Jack.
So you done worked with a couple artists before, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I got a song. Yeah, I got a song with Payroll Giovanni right now. You feel me? Out of Detroit. So yeah, man, I did a lot of features coming up. You know what I mean? But them was easy. They was just around me. I didn't have to go through a lot to do them songs.
Once again, authentic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I mean? Every 4 years, people graduate. It's a new wave. It's a new thing. And, you know, I'm trying to reach out and deal with some of the up-and-coming artists and shit like that. But, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of a task, you feel me, to deal with people that you might have knew prior to them blowing up. Or,
yeah, it's different.
you know how the rap shit be. So,
yeah. And then there's the generational thing, too.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I like what everybody doing. You know,
yeah.
I'm always down to work with niggas, but I don't really go my way.
I like what the younger crowd does too. It's just that sometimes they do shit differently, and sometimes that just doesn't align with the old school way of thinking.
Are they with it? See, but I don't think they doing it differently. I think they doing it the same way that we did it, or the people. Everybody did it like that. When you look at it, like when we was coming up, that was a different taste at the time.
Oh no, they smoking ops now and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, niggas been getting smoked.
Yeah, but they're smoking ops now.
They smoking. Oh, you talking about that smoking on niggas shit?
Yeah.
That's. I don't even see why that's such a big thing, like a big diss, bro. To be like, I'm smoking on your partner. I can see a lot of worse shit than that.
You think so?
What? Then I'm smoking your partner in the blunt?
Yeah.
I mean, do you really got the nigga in there?
No, I'm saying like you don't find that highly offensive.
But that's what I'm saying. So the thought process behind it is you telling me like you didn't got my partner ashes and you putting it in the wood.
The thought process, he's dead.
I know he did,
and I'm reminding you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what really bothers me. Like we smoking on your partner or something. But like
I get it.
Either way it go, your partner.
Hey, tough skin, bro. That's why you're lasting.
Ain't nobody coming back. I don't care. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't been on that end of it. They put it like that. I ain't been on that end of it for somebody to disrespect me. On that type of level where nigga talking about what he did.
You might feel different if it happens to you.
That's what it is. It's the aim of intentional disrespect, like saying fuck your dead homies or something like that. Yeah. So I ain't went through that when no nigga just got at me like that.
And I hope you don't go through that.
No, I ain't going through that.
That's why I'm just saying like the younger generation is different. That's what that was just like an example.
So you like they on that.
They're on some like as they would call it demon time. You know what I mean?
They on demon time.
And somebody like me, I'm like, why would you do that,
man? Ain't no see.
You know what I mean? That shit ain't necessary.
So what's the question?
No, I'm saying like somebody like you that you've been in the game so long. You know what I mean? You have tough skin if you're able to look past that, and you say you like to work with the younger generation. You don't see it as them really tripping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see them as.
But your perspective is keeping you relevant and able to last so long.
Oh yeah, for real.
Cause you ain't gonna crash out.
Cause I'll be around OGs. I'll be around all the niggas. You know what I mean? So I hear what they say and what they think, and then I hear what they say and what they think. So I do exist in a space right in the middle that allowed me to operate at a high frequency.
Absolutely.
Some people get stuck where they at.
Yeah. Absolutely. So what's your recording process like? Do you like to write everything down? Do you punch in? Do you freestyle?
I have the ability to do it all: writing, rapping, freestyling, and all of that. But 90% of the time, if you heard me do a record, you know what I mean, I just did it when I got there.
You just punched in?
I mean, sometimes I got that style too, where I can punch in, but I can write it and go and do it. But me being a boss and owning my own label, I just didn't want to have no restrictions. So when I was coming up using somebody else's money, I had to write and do it their way. When I got a chance to do it my way, I said, I know I'm dope enough to do this shit off the head. So I've been doing that shit way before it was fashionable, before everybody heard Jay-Z or Wayne say it.
And so basically, Soulja Boy didn't do it first. You did it first.
I did it first.
Okay.
Facts. Yogi Calhoun the first.
Yogi Calhoun.
That's what
All
that
right.
means.
So before we get out of here, got to ask about the name Yogi Calhoun.
Mhm.
I've asked you before, but never on Mars Radio. So let's go ahead and get the explanation of how did you choose that name for your rap career.
Yogi, Yogi a hustler. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And he got a lot of shit by talking slick. You feel me? If you watch the cartoon every day, he up trying to get the basket. You know what I mean? Trying to get the bag, like they say these days. So my first mixtape was Money in the Basket. So Yogi was just really a name I came up with trying to talk to a bitch for real, and I didn't want the bitch to know my real name. So
Right.
I told her my name was Yogi. Because I had bitches at other schools and they was talking too much, getting me caught up. So I had to come with an alias. So I was like, my name Yogi. And it resonated because I always liked the cartoon and what he was on. And later on down the road, you know what I'm saying, I came with the Calhoun because I knew I'm a trendsetter. I do a lot of things first. And I knew somebody would copy me at some point.
Right.
So I wanted to add a last name to it so it make it identifiable as opposed to a David Smith and a David Garcia. You feel me?
Yeah.
So not Yogi the Bear, Yogi the Player, Yogi Calhoun the first.
There we go.
Hello.
All right. Well, anything you want to leave your supporters with before we get out of here and get into this smoke challenge?
For sure, man. You know, right now I got 100% pure dope out right now. Follow me on all the social medias, but Instagram is my favorite. So tap in with me on there. And 100% pure dope is old to me, but it's new to you. It's one of the mixtapes that I was selling in the street, getting my name up, you know what I mean, in Texas, and it never made it to the Bay. So with the new digital shit that's going on, I decided to bless the people and make it available. So go on your iPhone and go get that 100% pure dope, and man, fuck with a real one, man.
All right. Well, there you have it. It's Mars Radio, Yogi Calhoun, and we're out.
Welcome to Mars.